Poboy Special here with our Christmas edition. We got for Christmas something really cool that we wanted to share with you and test at the same time. What is it? It's the Yeti. This is the 30-ounce Rambler, so we're going to test it. How good is it? Everybody keeps raving about how wonderful it keeps things cold and hot, so we wanted to know, and I'm sure a lot of other people did too, how cold for how long? So we are going to take it, put the lid back on it, fill it full of ice and then water, take our thermometer, stick it in there with the lid on it, and measure it every hour, and then leave it sit all night and see how cold it keeps it for how long and how long the ice lasts. So let's get to it. Alright, let's get started filling it full of ice and then with water. Starting off, room temperature is 76 degrees. Alright, first comes the ice. Alright, alright, there you go. You've got to make sure that the lid can fit. Alright, now comes the water. Alright, right there. We don't want to fill it to that lip because that's where how far down the lid goes. Alright, then we're going to stick the lid on, and you'll notice that the lid has a hole right here that you drink out of. So that's where we're going to stick the thermometer like this. And let's swirl the water in. Get it nice and cold, and let's turn it around so we can see it. Sit it right there, and it looks like it's coming in at about 40 degrees. 40 degrees, so that's going to be our starting, and let's come back in about an hour and see what it says. Alright, 1 hour later, still holding in between 35 and under 40. 2 hours later, same temperature. Now we're at 16 hours. 16 hours, let's see how much ice is left. Still a big chunk left. Alright, 16 hours, let's keep going. And still holding it in between 35 and 40 degrees. Alright, 22 hours, no sweat, no perspiration whatsoever anywhere on, and I'm going to show you about how much ice is left in the cup. I'd say probably about 50% of the ice still left. That's how much ice is left in it. Alright, so let's keep going. It's at 22 hours. Alright, it has been a complete 24 hours later. What kind of results can we see from 24 hours at room temperature? Once again, no sweat whatsoever, no condensation on nothing, no ring on the table. Alright, still reading at the same temperature that we've had this whole time, right at about 37 degrees. So we're going to take the thermometer out just for a second, lift the lid up, and we still see ice. How much ice? Well, after 24 hours, we still see that much ice.
Plus some that's on the table now.
Alright, so we still see ice in there. I'll put as much as I can back in. And we'll keep going, and we'll stick the thermometer back in to see how long the ice stays in. So complete 24 hours has gone by. We know you can expect that. and we'll keep going. 26 hours. Still a big chunk of ice in there. 34 hours. 34-hour mark. And ice is gone. And temperature is at 40. So it's starting to get warmer. So 34 hours. So what results did we get out of the Yeti? Well, for 100% sure, it maintained a whole cup full of ice at the same temperature for 24 hours. At the 34-hour mark, the ice was gone, but the water was still at almost 40 degrees, so it was pretty chilly. So it kept the liquid cold for 34 hours. It kept ice for 24 hours, and probably almost at the 32-hour mark, we still had just a little bit of ice left. So this Yeti keeps things cold, keeps ice for over 30 hours, and it stays cold for 34 hours or more. So you saw it here on the Poboy Special Channel.